So I canvassed today over in Ward 3 on Lowell Street. Canvassing is basically taking a list of voters and usually when you divide it up, the politicos call it a turf, and you get a list of registered voters and you walk around, probably in maybe out in the suburban and rural areas, maybe you drive around, but in Somerville we typically walk because everything's so close together, and you just walk door to door and try to identify. Well, it depends. You try to identify, sometimes persuade, but more try to identify people who might be sympathetic to your candidate or your cause or question, and try to turn them out. So we have November election, and I was out canvassing for this No on 2 charter school ballot question 2 in Massachusetts. Would lift or would lift the charter school cap and add allow 12 new charter schools per year. I think this not just 1 year, in perpetuity, I guess. I think there's a lot of questions about that. I don't know that. Well, it's one of those things that's the subject of another video. But I'm fairly certain that I'm against question 2, and I want to vote no on it. And the reason I'm making this video is to talk about not particularly that question, but how much I hate canvassing. I just don't like knocking on people's doors while they're maybe watching football or eating dinner, or they have kids and they make their dogs bark and their babies cry, and elderly people have to get up, and I don't like it. I understand we have to do it. The people that sort of study this, it's basically the most effective type of political campaign, way more effective than advertising, I think. But so that's why they do it. I just don't like it. So what I'm getting at is I only do it when I have to, or when it's important enough that I feel like I have to. So I have to do it. I've had to do it for myself, obviously. I've been in 2 elections so far. I don't know if I'll probably run for another term next year. They're short terms, and I have some things I would like to sort of finish up on the committee if I can, if the voters will give me another 2-year term in Ward 1 here. But in general, I try to avoid it. I did campaign for Senator Jalen. I think it was, she's too good to lose, as I said, and I'm canvassing no on 2 because I think it's very important. But that's a topic for another video. But I don't like doing it. I don't know. Maybe everyone says they don't like doing it, but I really don't like it. I just, I don't even in my heart. In some ways, I don't know how effective. If you irritate someone, you interrupt there, and I don't canvass during the Patriots game. I made sure I watched the game myself, so I made sure I wasn't starting until after it was over. But and some people think that's silly. If you don't like the Patriots, that's silly. Some people think you even like the Patriots. It's stuff like that. It's not silly if you're sitting there enjoying it, and it's your Sunday afternoon, your family day, whether you're watching the game, just having a quiet family day, or to get interrupted by a stranger isn't. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just it can irritate people, and I kind of have my doubts does it turn off some people that might not have, it's not gonna, if someone's passionate about something one way or the other, it's not gonna make them change their mind. But given that if they're passionate, they're gonna vote anyway. The idea is to turn out the people who, may be sympathetic, but otherwise wouldn't, needed to be prodded a little bit. I don't know. Is it gonna turn off some of those people? Apparently not. Apparently it's whatever it turns off. It's, the very smart people who have done a lot of work with campaigns have established that this is, like I said before, pretty much the most effective thing you can do. Just this kind of door-to-door contact. But I don't like it. So I only do it when I really, really believe in a cause or a candidate. So that's how I feel. No on two. I'll get more into the details on that on a